Want to know all the perks of hosting a webinar? It's likely that we've all attended a webinar in our professional lifetimes. These online events do a great job connecting a speaker with viewers around the world in real time. They offer a space to learn, interact, and hold conversations around a certain subject. Not only do they happen live, but you can also record webinars as a source of evergreen content for your company. I'm Alex with Jotform, and if you're ready to dive into the wonderful world of webinars and see all that it has to offer, stick around. So, how do you make a webinar happen? First off, you'll want to start with selecting your video conferencing software. Some popular options currently on the market are EverWebinar, Webinar Jam, and WebEx. You'll find that most of these options offer similar capabilities, but they do slightly differ from software to software. Take time to figure out which option is a best fit for your needs. If you're providing a webinar for your employees, try sending out an email prior to the event that lists the date and time for the webinar, as well as a link that sends participants to the webinar. If you're providing a webinar for potential customers, you may want to have them sign up via a form. From the info provided on the form, you can also send an email with the same detailed webinar info. Once you've solidified a webinar software and have invited your guests, get ready to reap the benefits. Webinars are so easy to join, making attendance rates high. Here are some of the benefits you can look forward to when hosting a webinar. First off, they're easy to produce as they require very little equipment. All you need is a quality webcam and a trusty computer or laptop. Most computers have quality microphones and cameras built in. You could always spend a little money on a stronger microphone, but this isn't necessary. Your need for so little equipment makes setting up and delivering a great quality webinar simple. Webinars are also extremely affordable. Not only do you get to skip out on renting or buying a bunch of expensive equipment, but you also get to bypass expensive venue fees. Since you don't need an in-person live audience to host a webinar, your office becomes the venue at no extra cost. Another great perk of hosting a webinar is showing that your company is an active thought leader. By organizing webinars, you show that you have experts in your company who can communicate ideas effectively. Hosting a webinar that contextualizes a major case for your product can also have a dramatic impact on your sales. The final perk on your list is that webinars are highly interactive. Unlike a recorded presentation, a webinar fosters a space for speakers to get feedback while they deliver a webinar. Viewers can leave comments in real time, interact in live polls in the middle of the webinar, and even open the floor for conversation. Interactivity takes your webinar from a way to display information to a chance for all to learn and actively participate. While podcasts and webinars both involve communicating ideas over the internet, they differ in a few important ways. Sure, the audio of a webinar can be downloaded and listened to later, making it very similar to a podcast, but webinars tend to place more emphasis on the video and live broadcast elements. Two things lacking in a podcast. When it comes to tone, podcasts and webinars also differ. Although informational at times, podcasts tend to be used more for entertainment purposes. Webinars, on the other hand, are usually primarily information-based. Now that you know what webinars are, how they're beneficial, and how they can differ from a podcast, it's time to make webinars part of your company. Let's do a quick review. If you want to create a webinar, first focus on finding software that works best with your company. Then send your webinar details to employees or customers so they can join. Webinars are great because they require very little equipment, are affordable, position your company as a thought leader, and are highly interactive. Thanks for tuning in to Jotform today. I'm Alex. We'll see you in the next one.